My boss threw coffee at me in front of the entire office. I thought I was getting fired, but the VP who witnessed it had other plans. I'd been working at Sterling Financial for 3 years, taking every bit of disrespect from my manager Richard because I needed the job. Single mom, 2 kids, rent due on the 1st. I couldn't afford to walk away, and Richard knew it. The yelling started my first week. Papers thrown across my desk when reports had typos, getting called incompetent in meetings while he took credit for my work. He'd stand behind my chair during video calls, making faces to undermine me while I presented. My coworkers would look away, embarrassed but silent. I'd complain to HR twice. Both times they said Richard was old school and had a demanding management style. They suggested I work on my resilience. Meanwhile, 3 people from our team had quit in the past year. Nobody wanted to work under him, but the company loved his numbers. He closed deals. That apparently made workplace abuse acceptable. That Thursday morning, I'd sent him the quarterly analysis he requested by 9 a.m. I'd stayed up until 2 a.m. finishing it, triple-checking every formula. 10 minutes after I hit send, he stormed across the floor to my cubicle holding his coffee mug. The entire department went quiet. Keyboard stopped clicking. Phone conversations ended mid-sentence. "This is garbage," he said, voice loud enough for half the floor to hear. He slammed the printed report on my desk. "A trained monkey could do better work than you." My hands started shaking. I tried to explain the data wasn't finalized yet, that he'd specifically asked for a preliminary draft by morning so he could review it before the afternoon meeting. He cut me off. "I don't want your pathetic excuses." His face was red, that vein in his temple pulsing. "You're useless. I don't know why I keep you around." Then he just threw the coffee. Hot liquid splashed across my white shirt, my desk, my keyboard. It soaked into my papers, dripped onto my lap. I felt it burning through the fabric. The mug hit my mouse and shattered, pieces scattering across my workspace. I sat there dripping, too shocked to move. My face burned with humiliation. People were staring, but nobody said anything. This was Richard. Everyone knew what he was like. Everyone knew complaining got you nowhere. Several people quickly looked back at their screens, pretending they hadn't seen. I grabbed my bag, thinking I'd go to the bathroom and cry, maybe call my sister, maybe just quit right there and figure out rent later. But then I heard heels clicking fast across the floor. Victoria Chen, the VP of operations. She'd transferred from the Chicago office 2 weeks ago to oversee our division. I'd never actually spoken to her. She was known for being brilliant and ruthless, the youngest VP in company history. She walked straight up to Richard, her expression unreadable. "What just happened here?" Richard smiled like nothing was wrong, like he hadn't just assaulted an employee. "Just coaching someone who needs improvement, teaching her that mediocre work has consequences." Victoria looked at me, at my coffee-stained shirt, at the puddle spreading across my desk, at the broken mug pieces. "Coaching," she repeated flatly, by throwing hot coffee at her. "She needs to learn attention to detail matters," Richard said, crossing his arms. "In this industry, mistakes cost money. I'm teaching her accountability." Victoria pulled out her phone and held it up. "I recorded the whole thing from my office window. Started recording the moment you picked up that mug. The glass walls in here are great for visibility." Richard's face went from smug to white in half a second. "Pack your things," Victoria told him, her voice calm but absolute. "Security will escort you out in 10 minutes. HR is already processing your termination for workplace violence." She turned to me. "Take the rest of the day. Send me your shirt, dry cleaning bill, and any medical costs if you got burned. Monday morning, come see me about Richard's position." Richard tried to argue, voice rising. "You can't do this. I've been here 12 years. I bring in millions. You've been here 2 weeks and you're going to fire me over one incident? She's probably exaggerating. This is ridiculous." Victoria held up one finger. "You threw hot coffee at an employee. I have video evidence. You committed assault. Pack your things and leave now, or I call the police and you leave in handcuffs. Your choice." The floor was dead silent. 60 people watching. Richard looked around for support and found none. His face went red. Then he grabbed his briefcase and walked toward his office, muttering about lawsuits. Security escorted him out 14 minutes later, carrying a cardboard box. The entire floor watched him go. Nobody said a word until the elevator doors closed. Then everyone started breathing again. Richard filed a wrongful termination suit that got thrown out the moment his lawyer saw the video. Word spread fast in our industry. Last I heard, he's working retail at an electronics store because nobody in finance will touch him. Monday morning, Victoria offered me Richard's position with a 40% raise and my own team. The coffee stain was still visible on my old cubicle wall when I packed up to move into his corner office.